Okay, boys and girls, welcome to Miss Wazianik's American History class. This is for 5th grade. We are currently studying the American Revolution. We're right in the middle of the Revolution, and we're focusing on some really important battles in the Revolutionary War. So today we are talking about the Battle of Trenton. Before we start, hopefully those of you in my class in New Jersey have heard of Trenton before. Trenton is currently our state capital. So even today it plays a huge role in the history of New Jersey. So the first thing to start, this is probably one of the most famous pictures of the Battle of Trenton. If you could take a look right in the middle, who do you think that guy might be? If you guessed George Washington, you are correct. He is the commander of the Continental Army at this point during the Revolutionary War. Some other things you may notice about this picture is the American flag, and some things you might be able to infer about the time period of the Battle of Trenton. Some clues would be the ice that's in the water, okay, and the clothing that they're wearing. Now, with ice being in the water, you can tell that it is in the winter time. This was a winter battle, which was highly unusual during this time period. You may also notice some horses in the background, and the fact that there are more than one ship. There were multiple ships that crossed this body of water. Now, can anybody take a guess as to what this body of water might be? If you guessed the Delaware River, you are correct. Okay, some logistics of the battle, some who, what, when, where, why, how. The battle actually started December 25th, 1776. Now, December 25th might be a familiar date for some of you. It is Christmas Day. So this battle actually started on Christmas Day in 1776. So George Washington and his troops crossed the Delaware River and headed to Trenton to surprise German mercenaries. We talked yesterday about what German mercenaries meant and who they were. There were over 2,000 American soldiers that crossed the ice. Now, this didn't take 5 minutes. This took about 6 hours to do. Remember the boats that they were crossing on. Only a few people could go on some boats at a time. So this took a really long time, and they had to go back and forth multiple times. They did cross with cannons, and as we saw on the last picture, they crossed with horses as well. Now, not only did they have to cross the river, but then the Continental Army marched about 9 miles to get to Trenton from the Delaware River. You could see on the map exactly where they've crossed and the fact that they had to walk to get to Trenton. Now, they are walking 9 miles. This took quite a bit of time as well. Washington's original plan was to attack on Christmas Day, but since it took so long to cross the river and it took so long to walk to Trenton, he was a little delayed, and the attack did not happen until about 7 a.m. on December 26th. Here is what the conditions would be like during the battle. You could see people are marching. The important people, as we talked about before, are on horses. And the importance of the battle. Thousands of American soldiers re-upped. This gave America confidence that they could actually win a battle. There were 0 casualties for the Americans, and for the Hessians, over 900 were captured and over 100 were killed. It was not a good day for them. So what I want you to think about for tomorrow, you're answering one of the following questions in a complete sentence, and be ready to discuss and defend your answer tomorrow. What do you think was one advantage the Americans had at the Battle of Trenton? And why was winning the battle so important for the Americans?